The federal government has as a core duty the right and responsibility to enforce immigration law and police the borders. That's what the government is. That's what the federal government is, really. So if you contest that, it is like a threat to disunion, fundamentally. I mean, I think there's a lot at stake. And we reached this point because a series of paradoxically weak federal governments allowed sanctuary cities to continue literally for decades, each one its own form of insurrection against the central government. And maybe you don't believe that the federal government has a right to pass laws restricting immigration, but most people accept that those are federal duties. And once you accept that, you can't allow states or municipalities to flout the law any more than you could allow Central High School in Little Rock to keep black students out or whatever. I mean, certainly federal troops have been called in for much less. And I think the longer this continues, the greater the threat of disunion, the greater the threat of reaching a point where you can't drive from New York to LA. We take a lot for granted in the country. And the main thing we take for granted, I think, is freedom of movement between states. But you could easily imagine that ending, like soon, in the same way that you can't drive from, because I've tried, from Sao Paulo to Rio in Brazil, pretty first world country. It's too dangerous to do that. You could easily see that happening here. So I think once the Trump administration commits to putting down the riots, to enforcing federal law by force, it kind of can't back away from that.